So, almost 7 hours ago, Nintendo decided to give Miiverse another update. And it was not for the worst. Let's go and see what exactly has been changed for the site. A lot of people have been really angry about this, so let's just keep it short and sweet. And let's find this, go over a few problems with it, and so Erica posted about 6 hours ago. It's about 6:30, 7 o'clock Australian Eastern Standard Time, which in America's would probably like very early in the morning, as in you're probably asleep. So, hi Miiverse friends, today I'd like to share with you an important change to the way we handle account restrictions. As I'm sure you already know, if someone posts or messages violate the Miiverse Code of Conduct, their Nintendo Network ID may be restricted depending on the details and number of violations. However, in many cases, a restricted user will simply create a new Nintendo Network account. This is a important role in Miiverse. This is an important thing in Miiverse, really. If you have a banned account, make a new one. You know, you might not recover all your followers, but hey, you can still use the site, you know. To prevent this in the future, we have decided to implement a new system in which the restriction applies to all accounts that use the same Wii U console and Nintendo 3DS system. The Wii U's also apply to accounts created after restrictions. So, the change is basically that if you get banned, if one of your accounts on your Wii U gets banned for, say, 2 weeks, every account you have on that Wii U is banned for 2 weeks. I am amazed. This is an amazingly terrible decision from Nintendo, to be honest. You have a lot of people throwing their words out, so essentially if a user gets permanently banned and a family member or other person who uses the console wants to use the Miiverse, they can, if they aren't the same person. So then a permanent ban is a console ban? That is a really interesting question, and we need to have more evidence on it. So what he's thinking right now is that because the bans carry over to the rest of your accounts, so if you get a permanent ban on one of your accounts, does that mean every account you have gets a permanent ban? That could be, and that would be very disgusting. And what about family members? Another really important argument here. Miiverse isn't just for little kids. Many adults and many families in general use this site. So imagine if you have 3 or 4 siblings who all use this site and have different accounts on the same Wii U. If one of them makes a mistake of, say, giving their friend code, all of them are banned for the same amount of time, even though 3 of them did not do anything. This is really weird. Honestly, this is another terrible mistake from Nintendo. Always showing that they never really don't care too much about the well-being of their users. Okay, but there are times when people post stuff on Miiverse that does not go against Nintendo's code of conduct, and they get restricted anyway. So instead of making the rules for us strict, maybe you should do that for your admins. So Leona is basically talking about false reporters. If you don't know these people, they basically go around to any site on Miiverse. They will click the report button on top of your account, and for some odd reason say spam or say, and they put up this really bad argument that you should get banned, but you get banned anyway for doing pretty much nothing, which is really upsetting. I mean, you think Nintendo would organize this better. Also, if you're gonna give us this treatment, then why don't you remove permabans and console bans? You're finally giving us no choice but to wait, so why punish us even more? Indeed. Also, this gives false reporters a dangerously huge buff. If they manage to falsely report you to oblivion, that's it. Yeah, that's another thing. They don't have to say go after one account after another account after another account. They only have to go after one of your many accounts, and your entire time of Miiverse is done for. Yeah, this has been a terrible update. I mean, we've had some pretty bad updates before, like say the 3 minute rule. But at least they listened for that one. They reduced it to 2 minutes. But yeah, scratch the 2nd of October. The Smash Bros. Community shutdown. This is the Smash Bros. Series community shutdown. This is the worst thing that ever happened in Miiverse history. Are you even aware of what you're doing? That's another question. Do Nintendo actually know what they're doing? What the implications of this may be? This puts me into a rage with no end. I can't have fun on here at all because of these broken admins. Indeed. What she means is that the admins really are bad at doing their job. I mean, you can have very explicit drawings of, say, genitalia or other things like that. And because there's a drawing, the admins won't detect it at all. And some words I've seen, like, say, hell or idiot, some swear words even, have been used on the site. And I've never seen I have really, as of recent times, people getting away with it. I mean, Nintendo is doomed. Miiverse is doomed is more the appropriate explanation. Why are you doing this to Miiverse? I know I could start ranting about how stupid this is, but others made the point already. Indeed. So, Nintendo is doomed. Miiverse, Metroid, F-Zero Mother 3 is doomed. Nintendo hates money. Oh, they have enough of it. Alright, what's this? Plus, you should have given the permaban and console ban users one last chance with this update. A permaban is basically a console ban at this point, while a 2-week ban is a temporary console ban. So, why should these kind of console bans still exist? And for the first sentence, it's because some of us have been repeatedly banned unfairly to the point of a console ban. Yep, that's a big reason why people make plenty of different alternate accounts, is why people have been false reported and been sent to the brink of console ban. So they had to do stuff like this. Yep, Tingle. The sad part is once you start using Miiverse, you can't stop. You can't even delete Miiverse data because it doesn't exist in Memory 7. Your whole life now revolves around Miiverse. You can't be allowed to disable Miiverse from your own console? Wouldn't it be a better idea from whatever I just read? Yeah, that's another thing. You can't delete Miiverse from your account, so you basically have every single piece of data you've ever put in on Miiverse in your account history, and they know what you've been doing. No matter how vulgar or inappropriate it is. Everyone should shout fans. How should be good boys and girls just follow the rules. In the end, that's the point. We still have to follow the Miiverse Code of Conduct, even though it's really the Miiverse Code of Conduct is a boundary. It's a really, really, really lenient boundary, but it's a boundary nonetheless. But seriously, this wouldn't be a problem if not for the fact the majority of administration is done by mindless bots that won't even let us mention the concept of mortality when talking about games when you remove enemies from life. That is another big reason. There are no real live admins on this site. They're just bots who will see a comment, delete it. See a comment, maybe not delete it. So this is a really, really terrible decision. Yep. I can't believe it, more restrictions. Nintendo started with such a great idea with Miiverse and drove it straight into the ground, like they're doing with its company itself. Indeed, they are really just slowing their companies down with the Wii U and other things. This is a good reason. Expect millions of complaints from angry parents banned because their child got banned. Seriously, it's like using a sledgehammer to crack a walnut. What's more, stop treating us all like kids who must be protected from this big bad world. Those of us who are adults are aware of the internet risk and don't need protecting. Indeed. Adults use Miiverse as well. This isn't just a site for, preteens and other things. People go on this site expecting to talk about Nintendo games, that was the main reason this site was created to begin with. So why restrict it like that? That's that's pretty much all I'm gonna say at this point. I'd assume that the Wii Fit U community is really steamed about this, but since it's about 6 hours ago, 6 or 7 hours ago, I don't think that there would be too much hate left. So that will be the video. I am Jamal Ali on YouTube. On Miiverse, I am AU Cyclone, the AU for Australia, of course. And I will see you all later. Have a nice day.